It's really hard for our families right now. That's all I can say. It's just really hard for our families that we're going through.
Tonight, unspeakable horror in the Texas town of Cleveland. Cops there say an 11-year-old girl was gang raped by 18 men and boys. One of the suspects is reportedly just 14 years old. The others are in their 20s. This incomprehensibly violent and disturbing crime took place last November inside a dingy, abandoned mobile home in an area known as the Hood. Cops say it started out when a 19-year-old man who has a rap sheet of drug convictions lured the little girl to go, quote, riding around with him and two pals. She was allegedly threatened that if she didn't undress, other girls would beat her up. So she did undress. And soon, cops say, a bunch of young men began having sex with her. Did I mention that she's an 11-year-old girl, that she's a child? Cops say some of the attackers even took pictures and video with their cell phones in order to invite others to join in. In another incomprehensibly disturbing twist, the videos went viral at Cleveland High School, where some of the students are among the suspects. That's what triggered the investigation. Cops now say beyond the 18 already arrested and charged, 10 more males may have committed rape. If that's true, that would mean this 11-year-old girl was violated sexually by 28 males. Imagine the horror of this experience. Imagine the psychological aftershocks for the rest of her life. By the way, two of the suspects are star high school athletes. One is the son of a school board member. Meantime, a lawyer for several of the suspects reportedly said the victim, quote, had a desire to be a willing participant, end quote. Here's the reaction of the prosecutor, who pointed out, rightly, that an 11-year-old cannot give consent to sex.
I haven't completed my investigation, and I haven't completed review of the DA's file on the case.
This whole story really is beyond words. An 11-year-old cannot have consensual sex. End of story. Are we living in an upside-down world here? All of this leads me to ask tonight, is this a sign of some kind of societal meltdown? What on earth is going on here? What can we, as a culture, do to stop this from ever happening to another 11-year-old girl? Give me a call, 1-877-JVN-SAYS. That's 1-877-586-7297. We've got an amazing panel tonight to discuss this horror story. But first, we begin with Joe Gomez with KTRH News Radio in Houston. Joe, what is the very latest?
Jane, this monstrous action is unspeakable, and it could happen in a small Texas town like that. Makes it even worse with the arrest of 4 new suspects involved in this horrible gang rape of this 11-year-old girl. A total of 18 people now charged in this atrocity. It happened over the Thanksgiving holiday of last year. Some boys invited this 11-year-old girl to take a ride. They took her to one of the boys' homes where the sexual assault began. The boys began filming it and invited other friends to join in. Well, when the owner of the residence finally came around, one of the boys' aunts, they escaped through a back window and threatened the girl with violence if she didn't follow them and do what they said. They then went to a mobile home that was used as some sort of a crack den where even more people joined in the sexual assault of this young, little 11-year-old girl. Up to as many as 28 people were getting word participated in this. The video went viral in the local school district, and then finally this girl came to police. And here's where we're at now, Jane. We're finally looking for justice for this 11-year-old innocent angel.
Yeah. But this goes way beyond mere crime and punishment of these 18-year-olds, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But first, technology played a major role in the snowball effect of how this horrific crime escalated into a full-on gang rape. Listen to this.
On the one main event, apparently videotaped and photographed things with their cell phones. And so it was getting, becoming a very popular, went viral basically around the school. And someone reported it to the school authorities.
Okay, Mike Brooks, this sounds like textbook crowd mentality with an element of bullying. I mean, what kind of dynamics inspire the sharing of the sexual violation of an 11-year-old girl?
You can't fathom this. And I think it has to do with our society. There's no value of life anymore, Jane. It's just, you know, are these little girls and women, are they just objects that some men, 14 to 27-year-old people, up to 28. I can't even fathom this in such a small town. And then, you know, how is this little girl ever going to go about her life?
An American student studying abroad in Spain leaves a nightclub.